Can they get through these 45 minutes? There's Gordon Strachan. Andy Gorham was at full stretch there. A terrific effort from Gordon Strachan. Just past the keeper's right-hand post.
Yeah, long throw in here for Rocastle, and this one just falls nicely here for Gordon Strachan. Touchdown by Gary McAllister, gets over the ball, really good strike. But thankfully that for Andy Gorham and Rangers just past the post.
There's Ali McCoy's getting a touch. That's Ian Durant. The call. Newsom's in there ahead of Robertson. The free kick ball awarded against the Rangers fullback. David Robertson, the only ever present in the Rangers team. His 23rd consecutive match tonight. And his 76th appearance for Rangers since moving from Aberdeen. There's Richard Gough getting in just ahead of Cantona. And a slack clearance so by David McPherson. Running again by Gordon Strachan, but Dale Gordon doing some defensive work there. That breaks out to Dorigo. Richard Gough finding that an awkward one. And it spins off him and goes behind for the corner kick. So Leeds making an early impression in the second half. Gough taking up station on the near post as Strachan floats it in. Punched away by Gorham. Ali McCoy is fouled there by Gary McAllister. The Leeds skipper.
I think if Leeds apply the same amount of pressure as they did in the first half, you've got to think that they'll score a goal, but at the same time Rangers have looked very dangerous in the counter-attack.
So a long ball from McPherson. Hateley's in there again, and it's Newsom who just nipped it away from him. Well, that's a real chance for Hateley. It almost broke for him, and John Newsom had to react quickly. And Hateley almost making a sensational start to this second half as well. He's in there again. The ball comes off Newsom though. He goes behind for the corner to Rangers. And Richard Gough moves forward. John Brown stays at the back with David Robertson. And Gough and McPherson there going into the 6-yard area. Hateley will carry menace here. It's played in actual fact to John Brown. And another corner to Rangers. Well, a hush goes round Elland Road. John Brown there thinking, well, he might have done just a bit better with that one, but he's got the corner kick. And it's Ian Durant up to the far side to take it. Dale Gordon. And some instructions to his teammates. Durant's corner. This is Ferguson. Well, not a bad effort from Ian Ferguson. Cleanly handled by John Lukic. Finds Cantona, who's struggling a bit with that one. This is Dale Gordon with Fairclough in attention. Well, Leeds looking none too happy defensively. And the ball goes out for the throw to Rangers. Well, some nerve showing there in the Leeds play. The North lose another one here. It's Curtains. Holding for Hateley. Call's in there, but straight into the hands of John Lukic. McCall has never been on a winning side here at Elland Road in his days with Everton. So perhaps he's going to change that this evening. John Brown getting the touch for Rangers. Fairclough and Newsom combining. One for Chapman. It's off Richard Gough's head, which allows Andy Gorham to pick it up. And Richard Gough doing some excellent defending tonight at the heart of that Rangers defence. To Andy Gorham very much the start of the first half. So just over 50 minutes gone now. Still Rangers leading by 1-0 on the night, 3-1 in aggregate. Hateley climbs for it. This is Dorigo. Powerful running by the Leeds fullback. Still he's charging forward. And a good tackle there by Richard Gough. It goes behind for the goal kick to Rangers.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by Richard Gough, and I think if Rangers are going to get through this tie, players are going to have to show tremendous character, and there's nobody get any more of that than Richard Gough.
Tony Dorigo there, who joined Leeds last year for £1.3 million. Of course, he spells at Aston Villa and Chelsea. McCall losing out there to McAllister. It's Cantona. Chapman's in the middle. Gough gets the vital touch for Rangers. It's still not properly cleared, though. That was Ferguson, got a little touch to Durant. Now it's McCall. And he's trying to pick out Hateley. The ball goes out for the throw-in to Leeds United. But Cantona always looks so dangerous, so quick, and he gets possession. John Brown seemed to be a little bit of a nudge there from Brown. He gets away with it though. And the ball goes out for the throw to Leeds. Well, again, the crowd getting behind them. This is Chris White for Leeds. Another high one forward, headed on by Cantona to Chapman. John Brown racing back there. Brown does well under a lot of pressure. It's Brown again. White gets the touch for Leeds United. Hateley's in there. And it's a throw into Leeds United. And a slip there by Richard Gough. This is Cantona. He gets away from John Brown. Oh, another magnificent stop by Andy Gorham. Oh, a slip there from Richard Gough, and Cantona also got away from Brown. And again Andy Gorham. Rangers rescue. What a match he's had. Durant failing to control that one. It's Chris Fairclough stepping in. Gives it to Rocastle. This is Gary Speed. Dorigo's breaking in the left. This is Tony Dorigo. Another good cross into the middle. An upward one for Andy Gorham. He takes no chance there with Lee Chapman coming in. You can see Gorham sporting a black eye, which he picked up in the weekend league match.
Yeah, great play by Cantona. And this is terrific stuff. Just waltzes past John Brown as if he's not there, but straight at Andy Gorham with a powerful shot.
So it's Strachan's corner. And well handled again by the Rangers goalkeeper. Chapman involved in a bit of a tangle there. Richard Gough's in trouble. This was the corner kick coming in, and you can see Gough took a bit of a blow there, and the Rangers skipper will need some treatment.
They're a bit worried about this one. There's a clash of heads here with Chapman, and Richard Gough down injured, and he's certainly one player that up on his feet.
He's already suffered a gash just above his eye in the first half, and another knock to the head. And again, Leeds causing Rangers all kinds of problems in the early stages of this second half.
Yeah, it's a great little corner kicks they work, you know, with Strachan and just dinking it into the near post for Chris White or Chapman to flick on, and it's caused a lot of problems. But there's nobody dealt with the whole situation better than Andy Gorham. He really has been quite magnificent in the first half, and he started off great in the second half as well.
So Richard Gough happily for Rangers getting back to his feet. Andy Gorham looking a cool customer there. So that's 55 minutes played, and of course there will be injury time, but Richard Gough looking none the worse, and as Gordon was saying, Rangers will need him for the entire match tonight. An inspirational figure.
Yeah, because I think it's going to be a very long second half for Rangers.
So the match will restart with the throw. McCoist took a knock to his face there. Still play going on. The ball's headed away by Richard Gough, only as far as Rocastle. This is Fairclough running in support. Headed down there by Ian Ferguson. It's cleared by McCall. This is Newsom. Good defending there, allowing the goalkeeper to pick up the ball. Now it's Dorigo. Brought there by McPherson. And the referee awards a free kick. And Gary Speed catching Ian Ferguson, and Speed clearly unhappy with the decision. Two elbows flying about. McCoist took a similar knock just a few moments ago. So McPherson takes the free kick, sent into space for McCoist to chase. And the free kick awarded. Little nudge there by McCoist on White. Gary Speed winning it. It's Rotundo by Stuart McCall. Again, it's Newsom back to his goalkeeper. Chapman getting the touch there. It's cut out though by McPherson. This is Gary Speed again from Leeds United. Goes beyond Lee Chapman for the throw to Rangers. Just a little bit of a lull in the game at the moment, which we welcomed by Rangers and their supporters. A few who are dotted about this ground. So we play the high one forward again. Goff climbing for it. He concedes the free kick. Again, Goff's indicating he took a knock to the face, but the referee awards the free kick to Leeds United. You feel if Leeds are going to get something, it'll come from one of these set pieces. Again, good defending. This is McCoist. Will get through for Durant. Look at Gordon Strachan there, making up that ground, and he wins the ball for Leeds United. Get a free kick, which is quickly taken. Same through at Cantona, headed away by Brown. Dorigo clips it forward, looking for Chapman, but Goff steps in to concede the throw-in. Pushing everyone forward here. Rangers will be hoping to hit them on the break. John Brown wins it against Cantona. Nicely left there by Haitley, and here's the break on. It's Ian Durant through to Haitley. McCoist on the far side. Gary Speed is racing back to provide the cover. Here's Ali McCoist. Oh, he's done it! Ali McCoist for Rangers. 58 minutes gone. 58 minutes gone, and surely Ali McCoist wraps it all up. Ali McCoist scores his 29th goal of the season and the most vital of his career. Look at his face there.
Now it's a goal of real quality. Ian Durant just slides it in here to Haitley. He runs onto the ball, looks up. Ali McCoist in acres of space at the back post, but a terrific cross by Mark Haitley. Maybe Lucas should have came for it. Ali McCoist did. Stuck it in the back of the net. Now Leeds have mounted to Clint. It was a magnificently worked goal. Great cross, great header.
So Leeds United 0, Rangers 2. And it's now 4-1 on aggregate to Rangers. Well, I said just seconds before it happened they would be trying to catch him in the break. John Brown won the ball so well. Here come Leeds. It was Brown who won it deep in his own half, and then the gaps had opened up. Again, Rangers will just want to calm things down here. Leeds having to push more and more players forward. And the holes appearing at the back. There's a header going in there from Lee Chapman, but again cleanly handled by Andy Gorham. Well, when Rangers won the Skull League Cup the week past Sunday, it was an 86th major trophy, 42 championships, 25 Scottish Cups, 18 League Cups, plus the European Cup Winners' Cup back in 1972. But this will rank with their greatest nights. There is no doubt about that. So just over 60 minutes played now. Here come Rangers again. It's a good challenge there by Newcastle. Put off there by Chapman. Nice little touch to McAllister. Strachan's breaking. McPherson will read it well. David McPherson for Rangers. Strachan keeps the ball in play to Dorigo. There by Durant. It's Dale Gordon. And you can see Steve Hodge warming up just below us for Leeds United. But Herb Wilkinson will have to try something different here. This is Cantona. Well, Leeds needing some inspiration here. McAllister playing it to Rocastle. Gets a second bite at it. Header from Ian Durrant, and it's Ferguson. Oh, he's caught there by the pass back rule. He reacts well. Gets it to Robertson, who's got the pace. Well, that ball was in play, but flag had gone up, and a throw-in awarded to Leeds United. Hateley does well there. Now it's McCall to McCoist. Hateley. The offside flag is up though against Ian Durrant. Well, we hear that Liverpool have gone out of the European Cup Winners' Cup. They lost 2-0 at home tonight, an aggregate of 6-2. And Sheffield Wednesday have gone out of the UEFA Cup. So Rangers look as though they'll be the last British team in Europe. And well, Rocastle goes off. Fairclough has left the field as well. So Hodge comes on along with Rod Wallace. Wilkinson throwing on the two substitutes. Here come Leeds. Gorham commits himself. Cantona's in there. It's Dale Gordon clearing for Rangers. Rigo firing in the cross. Comes off Cantona's head. This is Wallace. It's a dangerous one there, but headed away by Richard Goff. Play through now for Steve Hodge. This is Strachan. Getting in the cross. Well, Chapman appeared to have found some space, but the ball drifted away from him and behind for the goal kick.
Well, I think people were making a great fuss about what Cantona and Lee Chapman were going to do to the Rangers defence here tonight, but it's what Hateley and McCoist have done to the English champions defence. Two great goals, and this could go down as one of their most famous victories.
So the Ellen Road crowd stunned into silence, but still Leeds battle away. Cantona inside the penalty area, but John Brown standing for him. Gets it away. McAllister. You see the way the Rangers players are covering for one another. It was McCall who came in to help John Brown, who again has shown tremendous commitment tonight. So it will be a long throw here from Gary Speed. Aimed in at Chapman. Comes off Goff, a chance on here perhaps for Wallace. Oh, another terrific save by Andy Gorham. He pushes the ball onto the post. Well, the substitute there got in the shot, and Gorham is in incredible form. Well, a high challenge here by Dale Gordon and Chris White. Here's Gordon Strachan. Still Leeds showing a lot of spirit. McAllister getting in the cross. It's Dale Gordon sending it clear.
Well, I think Leeds can forget it, because Andy Gorham here has just been an absolute inspiration tonight. A long throw-in comes off the top of Richard Goff's head, just wriggles, finds a little bit of space. What about that for a save? What a night he's having.
That's at least 4 terrific saves. And 65 minutes gone now. Rangers leading by 2-0 on the night and 4-1 in aggregate. Here come Leeds again through Hodge with substitutes. Taking on Dale Gordon, getting in the cross, and it's Ian Durrant this time who provides the cover. It was Rod Wallace who was coming in just behind him. Durrant takes up station at the back post. And Chris White moving forward, always carries a threat at these set pieces. Chapman's in there, and that time it was Stuart McCall heading over his own crossbar.
Well, he's had a lot of very important defensive headers, Stuart McCall, for such a little fella. Great little battler.
So Gordon Strachan going over there, still earning applause from the Leeds fans. He really has battled hard for them tonight. It's played into that near post. Again, it's Gorham getting his fist to it. It's hooked away by Ali McCoist. Rangers on the verge of a result that is so important in terms of prestige, but also the type of money they will make from the Champions League. Really allow them to start competing with some of the bigger clubs in Europe in the transfer market. After years of disappointment in Europe, it looks as though they're about to make it. But this Leeds team are known to battle in every game, and they'll do that again tonight. So the Rangers defensive ball lining up there. McAllister's over the ball, and he can certainly crack them. But that one goes high and wide of target and behind for the goal kick, and you can see the disappointment on the face of the Leeds skipper, a man who has been linked with Rangers in the past.
What a goal. What a goal here. This is the goal that will seal and take Rangers through into the next round. Hateley McCoist.
It was superb play by Hateley, because a nice little dummy in the midfield area, and then he ran on.
Yeah, and Durant slipped Hateley in a lovely ball, and they've worked tremendously hard and they deserve their goals.
There's a Gary Speed for Leeds United. Brown gets a break of it there against Cantona. Ball plays it to Durant. Well, you could detect a certain edge about the Rangers players in the last few days. They knew they were coming here to try and achieve an important result for the club, but they knew also they were carrying the banner for Scotland, and there is always so much pride on these occasions. Only 5 times in 22 previous ties have the Scottish clubs gone through against the English. Cantona getting the better of Brown now. Rangers standing for him. It's Dale Gordon sending it clear. Breaks to Robertson. Play through to Ali McCoist. Well, the offside flag is up. There wasn't an awful lot in that, because Chris White was in the middle. But the flag went up on the far side. So Walter Smith there with Archie Knox. What a management team they've proved to be for Rangers, winning all of the trophies available in Scotland. And now heading for a famous result in the European Champions Cup. Still though, Leeds anxious to get on with things. And of course they'll remember what they did to Stuttgart here, but they're finding Rangers a different kettle of fish. Here's Strachan again. Another good cross. Dale Gordon provides a cover on this occasion. It's been terrific defending by the midfielders, in actual fact, the likes of McCall and Gordon. And it all breaks down again for Gary McAllister.
Yeah.
We hear that Bruges are in the Champions League of Belgium. Club Bruges, they've qualified on away goals tonight. They beat Austria Vienna. So that's Club Bruges, Gothenburg and Marseille are all through so far in the Champions Cup. And as things stand, Rangers are the last standard bearers for Britain. Of course, the draw for the Champions League, as it's now known, takes place in Switzerland on Friday. So we see that Alexei Mikhailichenko is preparing to come on just below us. And of course, if he can turn on some of the magic that he turned on last Saturday at Ibrox, it really could be the crowning glory. It's Gordon Strachan again. The man never knows when he's beaten. He's battling away there. This is Speed. Wallace is signalling for it on the far side. Brown's up there, just in ahead of Cantona. Rod Wallace gets the touch. It breaks out though to Ian Durant. Durant just calming things down. Good play by Ian Ferguson. This is Dale Gordon. Just getting players forward. It's Durant. He's got McPherson wide to the right. McCoist in the middle. Hateley's lurking in the far side. 70 minutes played, but the ball drifting just beyond Hateley. And that's out of play, surely. The flag is up rather late, but just below us now, Alexei Mikhailichenko is preparing to come on. The Ukrainian international player. The referee, though, hasn't quite spotted the attention.
Although I think Walter Smith, his decision's been justified tonight with Dale Gordon. He's worked tremendously hard, more in a defensive role than the attacking role that he likes, but at the same time, I think a lot of people thought that maybe Mikhailichenko would get the nod in front of Dale Gordon, but that hasn't been the case, and tactically Walter Smith has played this match perfectly.
So Dale Gordon is the man leaving the field. He's put in a power of work this evening, so the former Norwich player goes off. And Alexei Mikhailichenko comes into the fray. Putting the ball away. And, Robertson there conceding the free kick. Again, the Road crowd has gone very quiet indeed. There's Alexei Mikhailichenko, 29 years of age. He's got 2 goals so far this season. He'd started just 8 games before tonight. And come Leeds again. Andy Gorham handles it well under pressure. And the Rangers goalkeeper taking a knock. And the referee is awarding him the free kick.
Yeah, just another little ball into the back post. There's been much been said about Andy Gorham's height, and it might be a fault, but he's dealt with cross balls magnificently, and that's a bit of a myth.
A man who's won 25 caps for his country. The next one will be coming up, obviously, against the Italians in the World Cup tie at Ibrox. Gary McAllister for Leeds, playing it to Dorigo. It's cleared by Goff. Chapman stumbled at the vital moment. John Newsom plays it forward. It's watched carefully all the way by David McPherson. Rangers will just want to keep things calm now. We hear also that PSV Eindhoven have also qualified for the Champions League. 3-0 winners tonight against AEK Athens. Here's Ali McCoist, and he's held back there by Newsom.
Well, Jerry, that's got to be a sending off,
well,
surely.
You would imagine so. There was a chasing defender, but the referee is going over here. It's a yellow card. Well, he's quite fortunate there that Chris White was chasing through as well. But again, it's down to the interpretation of the referee, but Newsom living dangerously there.
The ball played in, they must judge the bounce, but the referee, well, he's decided that Chris White was going to reach the ball and that he wasn't last man, but it looked pretty close to me.
So that was Mikhailichenko's pass, looking for Robertson, but it drifts out of play. And we're still waiting for Mikhailichenko to weave a little bit of magic. It's not easy to come into a game like this at this stage, mind you. Here's Cantona now. This is Wallace. McAllister. Dorigo. Played into Rod Wallace, but that kind of sums up Leeds United now. They have lost their way. And the ball drifts behind for the goal kick.
Yeah, I don't think this is really Rod Wallace's strength. Nice little ball, and I think Leeds United will be looking for Chapman to be in those positions where he's most dangerous. But really, it's been defensively, Rangers have been played with tremendous determination and bravery, and of course an inspired goalkeeper behind them.
So there are just under 15 minutes left here at Elland Road. So Leeds United 0, Rangers 2 on the night. The Rangers leading 4-1 on aggregate. We hear also now that AC Milan have gone through to the Champions League. A 5-0 aggregate over Slovan Bratislava. 5-0 tonight to the Milan club. And they will obviously be favourites again. I'll say, well, the #1 seeds, because of course Milan were banned for a year from Europe, but with that wonderful side, they will be favourites again to lift the Champions Cup. But it really, when you look at these names, Gordon, what an incentive it's been for Rangers.
Yeah, it's a mouth-watering prospect to think that Rangers could be playing against the likes of Hullet and Van Basten, Papan and the San Siro Stadium, Marseille, Eindhoven. Great names, big clubs. And Rangers are almost certainly going to join them.
So it would take the most amazing collapse now. Rangers with 2 away goals. But again, Gordon Strachan battling away here. Leeds playing for their pride. And it's a goal kick. Oh, Strachan is furious, but the referee was right up with the play. You can see what a competitor Gordon Strachan is. Despite the fact his team have all but gone, he's still battling away here.
Yeah, and I think, in fairness, Dave McPherson there that put the tackle in Gordon Strachan, playing in his still in his unaccustomed right back role, has been quite magnificent tonight as well, and his form's been excellent in the last few weeks, and I'm quite sure that the Rangers supporters are realising now what a good signing he was for the club.
It was obviously going to be difficult for him to settle in, and of course to be asked to play in a different role. You're quite right. So this is Ian Ferguson flipping it forward for Haitley. Haitley losing out though to Newsom. Well read by Richard Gough. He nips in ahead of Cantona. Now it's Ian Ferguson. We saw Lukic a bit off his line there, decided to try and chip him.
Yeah, but Lukic is about 7'2". It need to be some chip.
Wallace in there battling for it, but John Brown got the touch for Rangers. Now it's McCall. Another break on here for Rangers. They're getting plenty of players forward. McCall was trying to find Haitley. Leeds have got plenty back in defence now. It's given away well. McCall has done some sterling defensive work tonight, and I don't want to be critical of him, but if there's been one flaw in his play, he's tended to give the ball away. I'm quite sure he'll admit that himself, but there's Haitley just straying into an offside position.
Yeah, I think all the good things Stuart McCall has done in this evening's game has more than made up for the, as you rightly say, Jerry, the 2 or 3 times he has lost possession in the middle of the park.
So Lukic sends a high one forward. McPherson gets a touch. Strachan's in there. Oh, rather kindly for McPherson there. That's Durant running into trouble in the shape of Dorigo. This is Strachan again. Great header though by Richard Gough. Here comes Speed. Gary Speed shot going wide off target, the Welsh international player there.
Yeah, he's a player that's been a big disappointment for me tonight. And in the first leg at Ibrox, I thought he looked a really exciting player, but really he hasn't been in the game a great deal this evening. It's his senior partner Gordon Strachan that's been trying to get the Leeds midfield ticking.
Haitley challenging for it. Newsom wins it. McPherson makes a good interception there. Now it's Durant. It's McCoist, but White climbs above him. Breaks to McCall. Through now for Mikhailichenko. Chance on here for Rangers. Haitley's in the middle. Climbing for it, losing out to Cantona. This is Chapman. Cantona again. They get through for Wallace, but overhitting it there, and it's a throw to Rangers.
It really will be an astonishing result, Jerry, when you think that Leeds in the Premier League in England have not been beat at home for 19 months. To come here and get a 2-0 victory, if that's the way the game finishes, really something special.
Oh! This is John Brown. One forward. And just sit tight now. Let Leeds do the work and put them on the break as they've been doing effectively. John Brown with a long one forward for McCoist to chase. 10 minutes left here at Elland Road. It's Leeds United 0, Rangers 2. Rangers 4-1 ahead on aggregate. It's played out now to Alexei Mikhailichenko. Could he go on a solo run here and finish off the evening? Nope. Breaks to Ian Durant. This is McCall. Durant again. McCoist. There are people who said that Ali McCoist can only score in the Premier Division and having to eat their words. Of course, he scored for Scotland and Switzerland earlier this season. He scored at Ibrox in the first leg against Leeds, and he's done it again tonight, and proving that he is a striker of the highest quality. And it makes up a bit of a disappointment in Sweden last summer, but in fairness to him again, he didn't have many chances then. So I think he's proved conclusively that he can be ranked among the very best. This is Ian Durrant now laying it off to Bergerson, out to Mikhailichenko, who's onside. Haitley racing through the middle. John Brown still running forward. It's Brown! Well handled by Lukic. Terrific run forward there by John Brown.
Yeah, John Brown's obviously not happy with two. He wants to get really rub it in.
Mikhailichenko attempting to make a challenge there, not much of one. This is Wallace. Headed away by McPherson. There's Mikhailichenko again. To Durrant. Walking it about with plenty of confidence. There's a real hush around what is usually an intimidating stadium. And here's Rod Wallace for Leeds United. He's trying to find Cantona. Breaks to Chapman. This is McAllister. To Dorigo. John Brown's in there again, showing his defensive qualities. It's returned by McAllister. It's swept away by Goff. The offside flag had been up though, and it's a free kick to Rangers.
Yeah, Ian Durrant, I think, has probably been at the centre of every Rangers attacking move tonight. He's just a special player. He really has played magnificent. Of course, Ali McCoy's up front alongside Mark Haitley have worked tremendously hard. But Ian Durrant now is just remarkable comeback for that terrible injury, and arguably the best midfield player in the field tonight.
We hear that the European Cup holders Barcelona have gone out of the tournament. To SKA Moscow have beaten them, so that's the shock of the evening. 4-2 in aggregate. Barcelona, the holders, are out of the European Champions Cup. 4-2 in aggregate. A real shock there. Here come Leeds again. Sponge trying to play it through. This is Gary Speed. Rigo. Going outside of McPherson, but the ball dipping behind for the goal kick to Rangers.
Full credit to Leeds United. They've kept battling away, but obviously the game is lost. They're out of the European Cup. But full credit to Howard Wilkinson for what he's achieved here at Ellen Road over the last few years. Because really, Leeds United were in the doldrums 4 or 5 years ago, and Howard Wilkinson's worked miracles here.
AC Milan are through, Club Brugge from Belgium are through, Gothenburg have qualified, so too have Marseille and PSV Eindhoven. But Barcelona are out of the Champions Cup. Rangers will be the last British side in Europe after all of the disappointments of last night and tonight. Liverpool crashing out. So Rangers moving into some very elite company. And here they come again, it's McCall, but just a bit over elaborate. And he'll not be too worried at this late stage in the game. He really has got through a power of work. Shot there of the Rangers defence. Goff and Brown have been magnificent and backed up by David Robertson and David McPherson.
Yeah, David Robertson's height's been important tonight when they've been slinging crosses over to the back post. He's a player that's very strong and powerful in the air, and that's been an important factor in stopping Leeds scoring.
So there are 5 minutes left. Here's Cantona, and Leeds United pull one back. 85 minutes gone. Cantona makes it Leeds United 1, Rangers 2. Well, Andy Gorham was quite disgusted. I think he got a touch to it, but you've got to feel sorry for the goalkeeper.
I don't think we can begrudge Cantona a goal tonight, because Andy Gorham stopped him time after time, and he drilled that one.
Took a little deflection off Richard Goff here, I think, which probably didn't help Gorham's cause. Got a hand to it, but Leeds United battling here for the pride. Gary Speed there winning the free kick after Mikhailichenko's challenge. It's quickly taken. Well, touch there by Wallace. This is Hodge. Comes off Richard Goff. Claims from the Leeds fans for a penalty kick there, but the referee right up the play waves. Play on, and the offside flag is up now against the Rangers strikers. So just under 4 minutes left, plus of course any injury time to be added on. White sends a long one forward. It's headed on there by Hodge. Here's Wallace. Oh, another terrific save there by Andy Gorham. Well, he's raging with his defence. What a game he's had. And the one shot that's beaten him took a slight deflection. There's Cantona again. Full credit to Leeds. Gorham sends it clear as far as Dorigo. Dorigo shoved off the ball there by Ian Ferguson. Well, this is bad news for Rangers. So unnecessary, because Ian Ferguson already has a booking against his name in the Champions Cup, and that means he will miss the next game for Rangers. Well, that's rather unfortunate for Ian Ferguson, who's played so well tonight. That rules him out of the next match. So just under 3 minutes left. United 1, Rangers 2 on the night. Rangers leading 4-2 in aggregate. It's Gordon Strachan who takes it, and Andy Gorham touches it over for the corner kick.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad little free kick by Gordon Strachan there, but I think he's going to take something a bit more special than that to beat Andy Gorham.
Strachan delivers a corner. It's headed away by Mikhailichenko. Hoyce does well. This is Haitley. Ferguson's racing through the middle there. Drifts further out to the right now. Durant's running in support, but a slip there by Ferguson. They threw now to Hodge. This is McCall to Haitley. Well, Haitley, the real blast there. And he's claiming the corner kick, but the referee saying it's a goal kick to Leeds United.
Yeah, terrific strike here by Mark Haitley, but Mikhailichenko here's on the edge of the box, just out of the picture, but looking for the cutback, but Matt Haitley decides to have a blast. And who can blame him after his goal in the second minute of the game?
Strachan got napping there, brings back to Cantona. This is Dorigo. Strachan feeding it through. Gary Speed. Oh, Andy Gorham again. I'm sure this is one video he'll want to respin a few times. So we're inside the final minute here at Elland Road. This is Mikhailichenko. Call for Rangers, the final seconds ticking away. And one of the great nights in Rangers history.
Yeah, it's a great night for Scottish football, and a great night for Rangers, because they've thoroughly deserved their victory here tonight. Defensively, they've been quite magnificent, as we've said time and time again. And Andy Gorham just about to kick this one out. Well, I doubt he's ever had a finer game.
This is Dorigo. Take a lot of credit for their attitude tonight. They've made so many chances. They lost goals at killer times in the match. There's Strachan floating one in now. Gorham again committing himself. Breaks out to Cantona. This is Hodge trying to lay it off to McAllister. This is Rod Wallace. Switch of feet there. John Brown gets the touch for Rangers through to Haitley. The referee there, you can see just looking out towards his linesman. Rangers happy to keep possession. McCoy's playing it to McCall. This is Durant. Elland Road has gone very quiet indeed. And the Scottish champions on the verge of a great victory. The offside flag is up there against Ali McCoist. And the Free kick is taken to Gordon Strachan. Challenge going in there from McCall. There goes the final whistle. Leeds United 1, Rangers 2. Rangers go into the Champions League. A great night in the history of Rangers.
So there it is, as Jerry says, Rangers are into the European Champions League and the mega bucks that go with it. We'll take a break there in a couple of minutes. The key moments from the second half, in the company, of course, of Davy Cooper.
You'd be sure of one thing, Spurs.
Welcome back. Rangers are through in some considerable style. Davy, tell me, Andy Gorham quite simply played the match of his life tonight, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. Magnificent performance by Rangers. I don't think they had a weakness on the park really tonight. But I think that's the best game Andy Gorham will ever have played in his life.
I mean, Cantona must have wondered what on earth could he do to score. He eventually did, but I mean, that was phenomenal.
He goes through again here and hit it straight at him, but Andy Gorham was up to the task. Magnificent performance by him.
The 58th minute was the key moment when Mark Hateley ran down the left and Ali McCoy killed Leeds off.
Yeah, once again the break. Leeds were throwing everything forward. Quick break by Rangers, and they just moved very swiftly up the park. And the killing ball, it was a great ball to Ali McCoy, and he just dived full length and picked his spot in the far corner. Magnificent goal. You'll see that a lot this season now.
As you said, Davy, he lunged at it, but he had to guide it past Lukic.
He had to dive at the ball, but he also had to, he was looking at where the keeper was going, and the keeper was going at his near post, so he had the skill to put it beyond him into the far corner. Tremendous goal from right from the back to the header at the back post.
At the other end, Andy Gorham quite simply was wearing the Superman cape. I mean, what a save from Rod Wallace. This was fantastic.
Yeah, he got a touch on it again. I thought at first he hadn't touched it on at the post, but I see he did again. Just gets the slightest of touches and it comes off the post. It wasn't going to be Leeds night there.
Really the match of his life, I think, for Gorham.
Yeah, he'll never play a match like that. I honestly think Rangers lost the goal near the end just through their own complacency rather than anything that Leeds did. I think by then the game was completely won.
Let's look at that goal, Davy. As you say, complacency for a moment, but they were allowed that.
Yeah, I think so. Cantona for once is left free in the back post there and he picks his spot. But I think more Rangers complacency than anything that Leeds done there. But if that's the Battle of Britain, then Rangers are definitely the winners.
Ken's still with us. Ken, sum up what happened elsewhere in Europe for us tonight.
Well, basically, Rangers are the only British team left in Europe. The other British teams tonight in the Cup Winners' Cup, Liverpool lost 2-0 tonight, 6-2 in aggregate to Spartak Moscow. In the UEFA Cup, sadly, Hearts are out. They lost 1-0 tonight for a 2-0 aggregate. And Sheffield Wednesday drew at home 2-each with Kaiserslautern, but they go out 5-3 on aggregate. The opponents who Rangers could face in the next stage of the European Cup, 2 leagues of 4, of course, to be drawn on Friday in Geneva. And the teams through already: AC Milan with a 4-0 victory over Slovan Bratislava, 5-0 in aggregate. Austria Vienna won 3-1 against Club Brugge tonight, but they go out on the away goals rule. Barcelona, the shock of the night, they lost at home by 3-2 to CSKA Moscow, and they go out 4-3 in aggregate. Lech Poznan 0, IFK Gothenburg 3 tonight, so Gothenburg through 4-0 in aggregate. Marseille win by 2-0 against Dinamo Bucharest tonight for a 2-0 aggregate. Porto and Sion 2-each in the first leg. That game's still going on just now, so Porto look favourites to go through. And PSV Eindhoven, the final team in that draw on Friday, they won 3-0 tonight for a 3-1 aggregate.
Davy, sum up that Rangers performance tonight for me.
Well, I thought it was a magnificent performance by everyone in the park. I don't think we expected them to win just as convincingly as what they did. And they'll be looking now to bring the best teams in the world to Ibrox. There'll be some great matches coming up. Thoroughly deserved.
Let's not go too crazy, but can they go the whole way now?
Well, I mean, you look at the performance tonight, that's probably the best they've played for many a long day. There is some great sides left, we know that. But the thing is not to get complacent. They know what they're going to face now in teams like AC Milan. But they'll just take it one step at a time, and I'm sure they'll feel confident in themselves.
Rangers and Scotland come out top in the Battle of Britain. Davy, Ken, thanks. And that's it for tonight. Rangers will represent Britain in the European Champions League, and you can follow their progress here on ITV. We'll see you on Friday at 10:40 in Scottish for Scotsport Extra Time. In the meantime, from Davy Cooper, Ken McRobb and myself, good night.
Sagan, supporters of ITV's coverage of the European match.